Hello, this is Phillip Teter, and this is my submission for Unpacking a Standard. I am currently an English as a second language teacher in Korean public middle schools, and that is the classroom where I will be doing the clinical portion of my Teach Now studies. And as a result, I think the best standards that I could select were the Common Core English Language Arts standards. And while these were designed for a native English speaking classroom, I believe they can be adapted very well. So between these two first standards, I chose the former, and the primary reason for that is that the second requires using credible sources. And in my classroom, I only have about 45 minutes per week with a given class, and the classroom does not have a lot of options that could be used as sources, either books or technology. However, the first objective does seem to be very adaptable to an ESL classroom, and especially possible to make differentiated activities. Looking at the skills required, the students must be able to introduce claims, acknowledge and distinguish the claims, and organize the reasons and evidence. Looking at Bloom's taxonomy, we can separate these out. For lower level students, they can be provided with a claim that they will then need to understand as an idea or concept, whereas higher level students will be able to create their own claim and then support it with reasons and evidence. Acknowledge and distinguish the claims, they'll have to analyze the claims themselves and then separate them from opposing claims. And organizing the reasons and evidence, they'll need to evaluate the claims and the evidence and then set it up in a logical format. The vocabulary that they will need for this will include topic, claims, as well as reasons and evidence. For lower level students, a thought web activity would help them to understand and build the skills for the learning objective. The students will be presented with a claim and then have to provide a reason that the claim would be true, and then some form of evidence that might support that reason. The students should also find a support for the opposite argument and then some reason why that may not be true. For more advanced students, such as those who have been in private English academies and already understand the concept of writing an essay, they will be able to begin to write a persuasive essay, or at least the most basic components of it, introducing a claim with separate supporting ideas and evidence that supports the idea, and then also an opposing idea and evidence against that opposing idea, as well as a conclusion. For evaluation, there are three main methods that I would focus on with this learning objective. First, observing the student's work, and this provides the opportunity to adjust groups and alter the activities to be more appropriate to the student's skill level. Watching the student's work and seeing what they have difficulty with and how well they process the activity. Two, student self-evaluation, providing them with a rubric that they can evaluate themselves and then also write a short reflection on the activity. And third, final evaluation of the written content that was produced, as well as corrections that the students can then engage in to check their work. As far as adaptations, low-level students can receive sentence starters that will make writing the sentences easier, as well as translations that will ensure that they're able to understand the material, so that our evaluation of their ability to meet the standard is not limited by their language barrier. Then high-level students will also be able to write more advanced essays, or potentially even set up their essays into a debate format where they will engage with other students to handle the material.